Hey everybody, what's happening? Good, happy Sunday evening. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there all over the world. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. Those of you who are on the opposite side of the Atlantic, in Europe and further east, and I hope those of you who are still celebrating are having a wonderful, wonderful day and evening. And I hope you will continue to, for those of you further back on the West Coast and Hawaii. So let me jump right in, everybody. Let me jump right in and visit the LCC Baby Live Chat crew. What up? What is happening? Let me see. A lot of comments so far. Got a light crowd so far, as always, in the first 10, 15 minutes as people trickle in. Although I, as always, expect a smaller trickle during holiday Sundays. Well, let's check it out. 4 hours ago, Derek Neiman, what up? Tom, early 4 minutes. What's up? What's happening? Wishing everybody a happy Mother's Day. Likewise, Peter Rowe. And who else? Mike Asbill in the house. What's good? What's happening? And who else do we have here? We have CJ. CJ in the house. How you doing, CJ? Hope you're feeling better. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day to your mothers and spouses, says Vivian Chu. Thanks, Vivian. And where's Ruben eating at Denny's? I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean the thumbnail? No, it's a small private establishment where we like to go and eat breakfast at lunch. And let me see, who else do we have here? Hellos from Peter to Vivian, Vivian to Tom, and to Peter and CJ. More hellos back and forth from Tom, Vivian. There we go. Jerome Lim in the house. What's happening? Happy Mother's Day to you and to your mom. And let me see who else is here. Marcus in the house. Not really sure what the happiness on Props Day is, but okay. It's so bright you got to wear shades, Tom. And who else? Who else? So Peter, Vivian, Marcus, Mike. And we got Jeff Wedding in the house. Greetings, chatter. Still over at the mother-in-law, so we'll catch up later. Happy Mother's Day to your mother-in-law there, Jeff. And CJ, hello. And more hellos. We got eating breakfast at lunch, sacrilege, heretical. Are you kidding? It's the best time. It's delicious. Good evening to you, Caesar, in the house. And at least we know what Ruben ate today. You don't know what I ate. I was at the restaurant, but you don't know exactly what I ate. And as we have more people trickling in, we are up to 19 now. So still a smallish crowd, but slowly but surely only 5 minutes in. So that's good. Alberto, what's happening? Buenas noches. Oh, no, buenos dias, Alberto. Actually, it's only 5 o'clock for you. So yeah. Watching from somewhere over the Pacific. You're flying right now as we speak. Nice. Wow. And we've got Collecting History 76. Hello, Collecting History. Back with us again. What is up? What is up? And who else? Anybody else new? Nope, just a few hellos. Somebody just popped in. For those of you just stepping in, if you'd like to give me a little bit of encouragement here, all on my lonesome, please click the like button, which is iconed by the thumbs up somewhere where I'm pointing around here below. That would be very, very appreciated. No need to subscribe, as I always say. But if you are subscribed, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And let me see. Hellos. And flying home from Maui, right? You were going to Hawaii. And you're coming from Maui back now. Back to the real world tomorrow. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I hope you had a great time there, Alberto. And Marcus says, like Vanilla Ice once said, word to your mothers. Yes, indeed. Word to all your mothers on this lovely Mother's Day. And the Rich Cirillo in the house. Wow. Good evening to you, man. Good evening to you. Rich put up a nice photo of some of the Brian Stelfree's painted portraits that he has in his collection. Him and his wife Mara's collection. And very, very lovely stuff, especially if you like old Hollywood. My favorites were 3 old Hollywood actresses. But yeah, very nice photo. Very nice little setup he has on his wall at home, him and Mara do. So good to see you, Rich. Don't say Pacific War, Tom. Hey, and Corey is coming. And a bunch of others who I don't know because I can't. Well, you're not commenting, so I don't know. I don't know who the extra people are. But we're up to 26, so good little crowd so far on a Mother's Day. And let's see. Al is in the house. Happy Mother's Day. He wishes to my missus. That's Vivian. Al, hopefully she sees it. Vivian is getting another happy Mother's Day wish from Al. What's up, Al? Good to see you. Happy Mother's Day to your wife and to your mom, if she's still with us. And even if she's not, remember those moms who are no longer with us. That's also a good way to celebrate this day. And yes, and to all the strong women that raise and back us up throughout life. Absolutely, Al. Well said, my friend. Well said. And let me see anybody else talking who's coming. There we go. David Barr. What's happening, David? Happy Mother's Day. Is it Mother's Day for you in Australia as well? But even if it's not, we're extending the wishes all over the world. So, David, happy Mother's Day to your lovely wife, to your own mom, to your wife's mom, and any other mom you know. Lovely to see you. Thank you for chiming in from work, as always. And let me see. Anybody else popping in? Let me see. There you go. Vivian giving her own thanks. Al says, just wanted to say hi before I have to partake in celebration of my wife and mom. Well, there you go. Fantastic. I appreciate you coming by, dropping in to say hello, Al. Thank you so much. Have a great, great time with the whole family. Should be fun. And let me see who else is here. Look at that. Corey letting Peter know that there's a new war comic released this week called Dog Tag. Dog Tag. He thinks, he's not sure that it's called Dog Tag. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate that. Yes, please hit the like button, please. That's the thumbs up that I was talking about earlier, right down here somewhere. Would appreciate it. And g'day. Thanks, Corey, Al. Hey, Dan Goodwin Art is in the house. What's happening, Dan? Good to see you back with us. It's Quintana Day everywhere else in the world. Is it really? Wow. At least in the American comic book hobby, it must be. It's Quintana Day every day, apparently, is what I hear. And I miss you too, man. But have a great time for sure. And let me see. Any Quintana pieces on Heritage this weekend? You know, I got to tell you guys. John Brown in the house, as always. What's up, John? Greetings to you, my friend. MLB popped in. Happy Mother's Day to everyone in your life as well. MLB, appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I got to tell you guys. I hope you got some. You got some stuff to tell me that we could talk about, because I've had a busy week. So busy, in fact. I did not have the time. I didn't take the time to even look at the Heritage or any auction, a Heritage, Comic Link, what have you. I didn't take the time to even look through anything. So I mean, the only thing I did was I had looked through the book, the Heritage book, when it came in. Very quickly though, so it's not like I remember what was in it. I had intended to go, as I always do, go online and then track the lots. And I never had time and never did it. Never paid attention to the auction. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with the auction. I don't remember what was in it. I don't know if there's anything exciting, any interesting results, whether due to them thinking, or you guys thinking some results might have been like, wow, shockingly high, or wow, shockingly low, or like, ooh, good deal, good price, fair price. So I got no idea. So I'm hoping you guys will tell me about anything that might have interested you this week, and we can talk about that, because man, I'm swimming in the deep end without a paddle, without a life preserver here. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me know, guys. And let me see. Hey, how come a bunch of the comments have gone grayed out? That's weird. Bunch of comments. Every comment that was from a minute ago suddenly is grayed out. So weird. Well, except for one of Marcus's. That's so bizarre. This one. And now it has gone gray. So maybe they go gray. Oh, that's the new thing they were talking about. Sorry, guys. That the software was the software company was talking about how they introduced some new thing. It's a new way to know that you've already clicked on that comment. I guess that's the way. It grays it out after you've clicked it. Let me see. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Tom's comment just got grayed out. MLB used to give you MLB TV for half off on Mother's Day, but ESPN has it now, and it no longer happens. I'm guessing. And you're welcome, David says yes. Oh, yesterday was Mother's Day in Australia. Well, yeah, but that's because you're so far ahead of us, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Because right now it's morning for you, right? So for you, it's still the same thing. It was Sunday. It was Sunday for you yesterday. So yeah, same thing for same as us. Yeah. So fantastic. I hope it was a good celebration for you guys. And what do you do all week that was so busy? Yeah, working on selling, working on planning sales for next weekend, and then spent a lot of time, honestly, I mean a ton of time, also doing some stuff for pleasure, which is putting together a whole music library so that I could put it all digitally in one place, so that I can have it all on my one large thumb drive, so I could put it into my car and finally get rid of that 15 gig hard drive I've had full in my car for like ages. So I want my entire library, all in one place, and yeah, so that's very time consuming. So yeah, a good week. And then this coming week will continue to be busy, because the next 5 days I'll have 4 out of the 5 available to me to get more work done. One day is wasted because I'll be helping a friend drive out of town to go pick up a motorcycle he just purchased. Yeah, that's Wednesday, so that Wednesday will be gone. Nothing I can do that day. Maybe a little bit at night. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. So we'll see how much I can get done. Let me see. MLB says, I got like 8 Stop the Insanity examples from Friday alone. And he sent them to me, so that's really cool. I appreciate that. And especially since I didn't have time to do my my tracking on Heritage for this week. If I have time, I'll go through the finished lots but I don't know if I will have time this week. I may have to skip it. So if I do, yeah, definitely some of those results, or if not all of them, may come in really handy, MLB. So I appreciate that. So hey guys, so Peter's saying that the Rhino cover was a steal, and he's laughing, of course, because it was a lot of money. Tell me though, what did it actually sell for? Because I noticed on Instagram that Heritage advertised the sale, and they advertised it as like 600 and change hammer price, which would mean 800 and change, full price to the buyer. So can you please confirm whether it did ultimately sell for like 800 and change, or did they mean it sold for 6 and change, including the buyer's premium? Let me know, guys. Marcus says that he heard you didn't watch it at all. He heard some soft results. Okay. Tom says that lots of nice pieces still coming. At least 3 Ramita ASMs in the auction, all back to back to back. Well, yeah, they go by alphabetical order by artist, so they're always going to be back to back to back for sure. Indeed, everything turns gray. Thanks, Derek. And some people didn't hold for the gold. Some people never do. Marcus, that's how it is, right? Oh, look at that. Duke Fleet in the house. Shocking price today for a Stephen Platt profit piece. Oh, my Lord. Stephen Platt, like the only guy as bad as a certain other artist from that era who nobody seems to ever shit on the way they shit on the other guy. And yet a profit piece sold for $125,000. Wow. Nostalgia kills wallets, apparently. So good to see you. Good to see you, Dan. And yes, I see many pieces being resold in this auction, and that was just sold not long ago. Ooh, so a good one for Stop the Insanity, perhaps. All right. I am a gray man. Anyone else? Have you turned gray, MLB? You're younger than me. You shouldn't be gray yet. Dan Goodwin says, old and gray, like me. Another guy who's old and gray. How old? How old are we talking? I bet you're not as old as me. Derek Grooster, retired from the gray flannel. Is Ruben doing any special Mother's Day sale on Matsukeli Daredevil pieces? And again, speaking of Matsukeli, thank you once again, Ian, the Jewish Dragon, for showing me that video, which confirmed 100% that he does indeed pronounce his name Matsukeli, which is the correct Italian way. This is the way I've been saying it for the last year or two. That's awesome. And the answer, Alberto, is no. Not for the price you want to pay, anyways. Let me see. Who else is in the house? Derek's having a good time saying hello to everybody now that he's come back. And no, not Derek the Professor, but Derek Neiman. Let me see. Collecting History says, my LCS had a big sale, and it was $1 comics. 100 comics for $10. 100 comics for $10. Wouldn't that be 10 cents per comic? Yeah, that's 10 cents a comic, dude. That's not a $1 comics would have been 100 comics for $100. Oh no, now I got to know if it was 10 cents or each or $1, man. I have not gotten any Anne Murray albums at all, Marcus. I'm working on what I already have, because I'll be here forever. It's already time consuming enough as it is. So I just want to consolidate everything I have on like different drives, plus my CD collection, which I'm currently ripping, right? Put it all on my computer, and then start transferring over to the 128, gig thumb drive for my car. That's how I do it. And then after I enjoy that in the future, I'll start looking for more stuff that I've never had. And maybe some Anne Murray will come in to the collection at that point. We'll see. I mean, I could see maybe a best of. That's what I would likely do. The best of Anne Murray. You know, Anne Murray greatest hits. And I know nothing, says Peter, in response to Alberto's question of did he buy any war art, I guess. And I have a feeling that means he did buy some. And let me see. A few nice war pieces for sure. Ruben has 15 gigs of jazz metal. I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing? Okay, so interesting. So again, but price, right. So Peter is saying 656,250, which is the number advertised on Instagram by Heritage themselves. Peter is saying that includes buyer's premium. Okay, so somebody please correct me or clear this up for me, man. I've always been under the impression that hammer price means the price before they tack on the buyer's premium. That's what I've always been under the impression of. That it's, you know, the price, you know, the final price before the juice is added. Is that not the hammer price? Because on Heritage, they advertised the 656,250 number and said it hammered at that price. So Black Cat sold for way more. I don't even know what that is, not including taxes. Well, no, obviously. We don't really speak taxes because we don't know, you know, what states, some states have, some don't. And we just know that it could be taxes on top of that. So yeah, you didn't want to go over 650, so you were the underbidder, eh, Alberto? I'm sure. Don't recall for sure. Was the Rhino one of the Mandels? Don't know. I know Dave has a few nice Ditkos, a Multiman cover on his wall. Yeah, I just sent you email now with Friday Insanity examples. Okay, sounds good. Appreciate it. And let me see. How much did the Frank Miller Daredevil pieces sell for? I don't know any prices. Nobody's talking prices here tonight. Maybe I should log in and go and look at the ended auctions to check it out. I don't know. I got outbid on the pages I like this weekend, says Tom. It's okay getting ready for offers on Cal. Yeah, that's this weekend. There's never a shortage of art to buy, right? Peter, though, is letting us know that the cheapest Frank Miller piece was $12.5K, and that was a Sin City family values page. Water damage is Marcus is asking. I'm not sure on what. 81,000 for a Miller Jansen Daredevil page. Okay. I forgot my water too, guys. Vivian, my love, if you can get me my bottle of water, if you can fill it, if it's not already filled, I would really greatly appreciate it. And so Gray Man, like in cities, don't draw attention to make yourself a target. Oh, okay. I never heard of that. I don't know what that expression is. Gray Man, like in cities? Gray Man is a security safety practice. Blend in. Oh, little gray, but not an old head yet. All right. Hey, what's happening? Jason Kim in the house. What's going on, dude? Comic Art Channel. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, man. Maki, were you watching the auction, the Heritage auction today? Or did you what do you call it? Track many? Anybody, you have interested in hanging out with me in the studio to talk about some results of the auction? I welcome you guys to come and keep me some company here in the studio. It's kind of hard doing this by myself. And already my voice is, it's only 25 minutes in, my voice is feeling really tired. It's kind of strange. That doesn't usually happen. But I may need some help here. Came back to watch the auction at one point to see a sight I can't unsee. Savage Dragon Not safe for work splash. 25K. Okay. So I guess that my wife did not hear me. Might have to leave the I might have to leave the room there, fellas. To go get my water, because yeah, I'm not feeling so hot right now. Let me see. Do people get asked to sell stuff quite often on their pieces on CAF that clearly state NFS? It happens to everybody here and there. 100 comics for $10. All comics in the dollar bins. Wow. Okay, so in the dollar bin comics, you could get 10-cent comics. As long as you spent $10, you choose 100 comics. That's incredible. What a steal. Now, I will say, though, their History 76, I will say, personally speaking, if those dollar bins were like, primarily filled with early 90s image garbage, it's still a ripoff. I would never bother to take that stuff home. Even for free, I wouldn't take it. So let alone pay them $10. But that's me, to each their own. If anybody likes that kind of stuff and they're willing to pay a dime for it, so be it, for sure. You can't go wrong if you like it, So hope you got some good stuff, man. And Group Fan says, hey, Peter, is that the Miller Deep page with, okay, talking to each other. Murdoch, what's happening, Murdoch? And let's say, I always say hammer price is the final price. Nah, we can't do that. Yeah, we can't do that, Derek. It actually means something specific. We just need to find out what it means, so we could, not confuse everybody. I believe to stop the insanity, the seller lost their money on the original purchase, not the sale on Friday, how it usually goes. Yeah, log in. Okay, maybe. Hammer price is before all extras. Yeah, that's what I thought. I want to hear a bunch of people say the same thing. Then I really, feel like, okay, the majority thinks the same thing. So then I know for sure it's right. Because you're just one person. No offense, Corey. You could be confused like me, right? Like Peter says that when the bid closes, shows with and without BP, but Heritage results beyond that show with BP. Rubin auction recap sounds fun. Man, I really could use somebody in here though, guys. I'm serious. All the pages I like went for about double I was willing to pay. Would have been nice to have some Reed Waller Omaha panel pages in my collection again. Sorry to hear that, Murdoch. It was high prices, but also many great deals. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Got a couple of pieces Friday and today, says Alberto. We'll post on CAF when I get them. I don't want to say yet what, though. No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Tom says that Jason hasn't been here in a long time. I mean, he misses seeing him. He's such a softie, Tom. Last time he said he misses Kavi. And I miss Jason too. Good to see at least, we stay in touch through the CAF comments, every time he posts something. So that's cool. Matt Murdoch, not in costume, in dynamic barroom fight. Okay. Good evening, Lee. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. And I haven't been tracking. Had some issues, family issues to deal with. Man, I hope it's not too serious, Michael. Please tell us it's not too serious. I mean, unless it is, then don't lie to me. I hope not, no. Heritage will always promote the final hammer price and VIG to advertise the bigger sale. No. They should advertise the price paid. That's all that matters, right? The price before the buyer's premium does not matter, right? Like when you ask, what did something sell for? You want to know what something sold for. So the final price is what it sold for, not the price before the big, So that's the thing, though. If the hammer price is the price before, if that's what hammer price means, even they made a mistake and advertised the final price, but they called it hammer price, you know? So really strange. And let's see, we got Jason Kim saying that, yes, kids sports are killing me. All his kids in sports, the soccer all the time, you know, that's it. When you're a parent with kids in sports, man, with multiple kids especially, that's a lot of time, man, a lot of free time consumed there. Drink some hot tea during the shows, Ruben. That might be soothing, but it doesn't help. I'm not feeling like that rough feeling. I'm feeling exhaustion, like the muscles are really tired in my chest and throat. You know, achy muscles. Chair stream is fine. At least wait for intermission. There is no intermission. That's the problem. Call my wife on this. Hey. Let me see. Let me do this live. Let's see if you guys can hear this.
Hello.
Hi, honey. Can you bring me my water? Can you fill up my plastic bottle and bring it to me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. All right. I hope I got that. I'm sure you guys will tell me if you heard. Vivian is pretending not to be watching the show to avoid getting the water. Marcus will cover, I'm sure. Yeah. Patience is a viru. That it is indeed. All right. Collecting History 76 says that it was mostly Marvel in DC. Found 6 key comics in there as well. Wow. At 10 cents a piece. That is awesome. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Sorry, everybody. Please excuse me while I take a few gulps. All right. Let me see. Unless hammer price is what you pay when you check out. No, then hammer price is not the final price. Yes, even Murdoch and Corey now, 2 people saying that hammer price is supposed to be the price that you have before they add the juice. Sorry, MLB says that according to Google AI, hammer price is same thing, right? So AI, Google, Gemini is confirming Murdoch and Corey's assessment that the hammer price is the price before they add the final buyer's premium. So that means Heritage themselves screwed up, and even though the cover sold for over $600,000, they called the final price the hammer price on their advertisement on Instagram. That's pretty weak. Somebody needs to get fired, whoever their social media person is. Ahoy, Newell in the house. What's happening, Newell? Newell's got a new video. I'll promote it soon enough. Haven't done the promos yet. What's happening, dude? And be right back. No worries. They show price MVP in parentheses during the bidding. No, I know that. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. I think it's the please in front of it, Marcus. Alex Garcia in the house. Hey, everyone. I was after a few pages, walked away with 1. Congrats, man. Can't win them all, right? As long as you get something, it's always a good feeling. And, we have a new person. Jose Diaz. Hyphen CF2RS. Whatever the hell that is. But welcome to the show. If it's your first time, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's your first time in the chat. Not sure if you watched before, but look at that. Already more than 1 comment. Shout out to the Abuela Evas everywhere. Yes, we did the shout outs for everybody at the beginning of the show, but thank you. And Alberto says, yeah, by definition, hammer price, the final bid the seller made. Yeah, exactly. Before the buyer's premium. And another Jose says, shout out to the mothers out there. Nice, man. I like it. I love it, actually. Thank you. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, would you mind encouraging me a little bit? Doesn't give me any money, I promise. Little thumbs up, icon where I'm pointing, somewhere below where I'm pointing. Just hit the thumbs up. Give me some likes at least. That'd be nice. And landline, so retro. You know it, baby. You know it. A mother's work is never done. That is true. Not even a please. I did. And a thank you. Vodka looks very refreshing. Oh, it's terrible. It's dehydrating. It's not refreshing. Ruben should do a show starting with a full glass of vodka. Oh, dear Lord. I'd be under the table probably after the first, once I finish drinking it, I guess, or maybe after the first couple of swigs. And the number is big enough. I know, but it's still pretty pathetic. You know what I mean? Like Marcus is saying the public doesn't care. The number is big enough. I know. I'm still saying, like, I don't know. Look, I'm detail oriented, but even a not very detail oriented person should kind of care, you know, when the auction house themselves is stating, again, because if you understand the meaning of the word, the auction house themselves advertises, hey, wow, record price or whatever, sold for $600,000. Like, why? And that's the hammer price. Well, that's ridiculous because now, of course, anybody who understands what hammer price means now is thinking, holy shit, it sold for $800,000+. You know what I mean? Which is not true. That's not what it sold for. So those details are pretty damn important, especially when given out by the auction house themselves, I would say. Okay, so maybe I didn't hear it, please. I did give a thank you, though. And the pain I'm feeling in my chest is probably what, like, it just, you know, I couldn't think straight. And I'm still like feeling lightheaded. Someone please replay the tape. Let me see. 50 million, 200 million, 400 million, a billion taxpayers' money. Numbers change all the time. That's true. Creeping? What's creeping? Creeping death. Heritage is changing definitions after the 25% BP. Yeah, so I don't know. So, Alberto, you're here. You wanna join me for a little bit? Come in and join and talk about the auction, what you saw about the auction. You're welcome to if you want. Feeling lightheaded in Russia? Drink more vodka. Yeah. Thankfully, I'm in Canada, not Russia. Let me see, everyone. Oh, look at that. Somebody's calling on the phone. Who could that be? I bet you it's... Oh, look at that. Look at that, everybody. Here we are. Hello?
Hey, you want to send me a link? I'll join you for a bit.
Oh, sounds good, man. Give me a minute. All right, man. Bye. I hope you guys heard that. Did that come out? Can you hear the voice coming from the phone? That's awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot about the plane. Alberto, I'm sorry. I know you would. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Well, I'll have somebody at least for a few minutes, anyways. You know. So landline alert. Exactly. Yeah. So hold on. Let me see here, everybody. Give me a moment. Copy. And then, okay. I am going to send a link. All right. All right, pal. I just sent it. I'm only going to get about 30 minutes out of him, but that's okay, man. That's 30 minutes well spent. So I definitely appreciate that. And then, let me see. Let me see what else is happening here. AJ, okay. Okay. So yeah, so let's see. So Stinky Linky, what do you mean by that? Rich Danny's is in the house. What's up, Rich? And it sounds like Dan the Man. So you actually heard it? Sounds good, like an old Jerky Boys call. So funny, Derek. I was just ripping music today, my music collection. And I ripped Jerky Boys literally like about an hour ago. That's hilarious. Do you guys actually sit and watch the auction? I don't anymore. I just track, you know. Ruben keeps a landline so he can have a utility bill to prove that he lives at his house to the bank. Nice. Cocktails on the plane. Shemps I did for some Friday, not the whole thing. And then 30 minutes buys time for someone else to decide to come in. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Somebody is going to join us from the great outdoors. Please, everybody, welcome my good friend and yours, the man himself, Duke Fleed.
Hey, Ruben, how's it going? I was out for a walk in the park, and I thought, this guy's calling out for help, so I would join you.
That's pretty awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. What a great thought. Here, let me make us both large since it looks like you're kind of far away. There we go.
I am very far away. I'm like in the great white north, you know. Yeah. Right.
No, that's awesome, man. I appreciate it. So it sounds like you were tracking, looking at some lots today.
Yeah, I was. Everything I was watching pretty much went higher than I expected, but I was looking back at the CGC forums, and apparently a bunch of stuff that I tracked has actually sold for less than before. So, for example, there was a Buscema Wolverine cover with Mr. Fix-It Hulk, number 7.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the one I really liked. It went for $93,000, which I can't afford, but the point is, it went 2 years ago for $144,000.
Oh, that was the one that originally sold for over 100.
140.
Hey.
Yeah. So 93, take out the juice, it's like 78 or whatever. They're losing like half their money. It's really sad, right? For that person.
I mean, you know, if they don't want to stop the insanity, I can't be held responsible, though, you know.
No, yeah, for sure. Let me just turn off the other screen.
What's that?
I just turned off the show on the other screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You were starting to freeze, so maybe that's why, yeah.
That's what happened. So basically, that was one, and I think the one that was crazy on Friday was there was a Wolverine, I want to say 55. It's a not Glenn. Oh my God. Sorry? It's a Wolverine cover.
Okay.
And it's like it's a homage of a EC cover. It's by a guy that nobody liked because he did a lot of porn-looking faces. I don't remember his name, but it starts with a G. Help me out here. Who's the guy known for doing Fantastic Four covers where the girls look like they're porn references?
You mean Greg Land?
Greg Land. So it's a Greg Land cover of Wolverine, $55,000. So that was not so low.
That one went for $55,000.
Yeah, I didn't check today's Savage Land, Greg Land, which I thought was much nicer. But I don't know what that went for today, but probably nowhere near that crazy price.
Holy smokes! I mean, I remember when it last sold. I remember thinking, "Wow, that's a lot of money." I don't remember the price. I mean, I'm sure I have the record of it in my computer, but I feel like it was nowhere near that much money. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Yeah.
Hold for the gold if you have a record.
Yeah. Well, no, it might be one of the exceptions to the rule of the insanity rules because
Okay.
I don't think the last time was 5 years ago. I think it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that person, they might have made money in quicker than 5 years. So yeah, insanity wins the day. That's I might have to add it to that show. You know.
I thought for me, one thing that I noticed because I like that stuff is image art from the 90s. There seems to be quite a few pieces this time around. So I feel like somebody was unloading their collection or part of their collection, which was interesting to me because I haven't seen certain pieces I've never seen for the last 10 years show up at all at any auction. So all of a sudden, a whole bunch of stuff showed up.
Somebody mentioned earlier that a Stephen Platt Prophet piece went for $125,000.
Yeah, that was me. I didn't see that one. That was me who mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was you. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's right.
I'm not
what did you think of that?
I didn't get a good look at it. It looks like a zebra pattern to me. Like I cannot tell what's going on in that picture. It's like a big mess. It's like a really messy. Like his Moon Knight sold for 16K, I think on Friday, and it was like it's really ugly. Like it's like I hate to say, when I was back in the day, I loved it, but today I think it's his art of that period is quite ugly for the most part. Some profit stuff I still like, but most of it is just too hard to tell what's going on. You know.
That's because he's not a very good artist.
I mean, it was exciting. Like he has energy in his art. So whether you like that or not, but
whatever. Yeah.
Let me ask you, because you would know this, right? I saw a John Severin cult splash or last page or something sell today, 18K with juice. Is that like normal?
Which one?
A call page, 1972 call page from number 3, I think. Call the Conqueror by John Severin. 14K plus juice 18K. Does that seem like pretty high? Like, is call a character people collect?
Are you sure it wasn't a Plume page?
No, because it was like the page before was also Severin, and it was like a Cracked magazine page that's with Frankenstein, Frankenstein, and that's sold for like 5 or 7K or something. And I like Frankenstein, so I was noticing that, and I was like, the next page, what the hell is that? Oh, I can't believe it went for this price, because I didn't know anybody collected the character. So that was impressive to me. I don't know, the people do collect it and like it.
Okay. By the way, Rich Cirillo says, great Alpha Flight cover you got, Dan. Love those Amazing Heroes covers. We all do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I felt very lucky. I think James Siegel alerted me to it when it was put on CAF, and then that guy was a nice guy, and we worked it out. So.
Okay, cool. And so you reached out to him like soon after he posted it?
Like, yeah, within the hour. That's why usually I miss these things, but I want to say James Siegel probably pointed it out to me, and then I was like, oh my God, thank you because I always miss basically anything that I'm really interested in that shows up on CAF. I usually miss it, like 99% of the time. Right. Even if I get the alert, I don't look at the alerts because I don't check my email often enough. So the alerts that I do check usually are nothing that I care about. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. When did you acquire that one, anyways?
Not too long ago.
Like a year ago, no?
Not more than a year. Yeah, probably a year.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It wasn't like a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool. Let us know because we've talked about this topic more than once here on my channel. Are you willing to share what approach you took as the potential buyer wanting something that somebody, not only that somebody was posting in their collection, not for sale.
No, it was for sale. It was for sale.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that's why I was so impressed. I was like, wow, he posted his collection and you reached out like within the hour, like to try to get it off of him. Like that's pretty impressive. Wow. Okay.
I'm not like that. I'm like what would you call that? Like I don't jump on people like this. This is not what I do.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you do it in a polite way, and like I said, in my opinion, as long as you better come. If you're doing it that quickly, as soon as they post it, you better be coming forward with a number. Hey, I would love to have that. If you can make it available to me, I apologize if this offends you. I would pay you this much for it, though. If not, no problem. That something like that.
I mean, I had one piece that because I have so many pieces that says NS, like not for sale, NFS, end up showing up on auction like a year or 2 years later. It always makes me sad. I'm like, why did this person say it's NFS and then all of a sudden it's at auction? So a few times I do send out emails and I do ask people, please reach me if you're interested in selling, but I don't usually give them an offer if it's NFS because I feel like they have to say, yes, I'm interested. I say, I will make you an offer if you're interested, if you're open to it, but I don't, and then I'm ready to throw a number at them, but I won't give them a number if it's NFS, just like that. I feel like that's just being pushy and I just want to let the people, if they decide they want to sell it and they don't want to come up with a number, that's fine. I'll come up with a number, but yeah, and that's worked sometimes. It's worked a couple of times over the years, maybe twice out of 14 years or whatever.
Right. You guys, just so you know, if you're wondering why I'm reading out some of your comments that are geared, towards Dan, it's because he's on his phone and he can't see the comments. So
I cannot see the comments.
Jason Kim says, "What's up, Dan?"
Hey, Jason. And Jason Kim is no longer Comic Star Channel. He's now just Jason Kim. If you check out the CAF Gallery.
Was it? I don't remember that. Was it?
He's changed it like maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. I don't know. I lose track of time, but definitely he changed it. Because I was like,
I
hey, how many Jason Kids could there be? And it's the same guy. It's no longer Comic Art Channel. It's the same image. It's an Evangelion illustration, but yeah, it's him. So he changed that.
Interesting. And speaking,
you can't buy any more art. You're not allowed to buy any more art, Jason. You have too much good stuff, and you said you were retiring. Stick to it, or not. I'm kidding around. I'm kidding. But
speaking of, Jason says, thought the Burn FF cover was a good deal. Again, you got to give us numbers, baby, because I haven't watched it. I don't know what anything sold for. So the cover the Burn FF cover he thought was a good deal. The results are of interest to me were that the Crazy Cat Sunday went for 100. Wow, Crazy Cat went for 100 grand. What? Seemed like a heritage record for a pretty random Sunday. That has to be by many, I don't know, tens of thousands a record. No? Crazy Cat. I was thinking for a second Little Nemo or something like that. Crazy Cat, $100,000? Oh my God.
Did you want to call Jeff and see what he thinks? Because that's his area.
You know, in recent weeks, he's been popping in momentarily. So he might pop in. We'll see. You know. But is there anything that? Well, first of all, how many lots would you say you were tracking?
Quite a few, maybe 50 lots or so. Yeah, and then some of them were just because I think, like everybody else, if you have something similar, you track it to see what the market is on your own art. Yeah, and sometimes you do it because you like a certain piece, but you still have to pick your one or two targets if you're going to go for anything, because obviously if you buy something, then it stops you buying something else, right? There's opportunity cost. And I think there was something I tried on Friday and failed. It went higher than the last similar piece, we sold at Ceiling maybe a few months earlier. And so like I wasn't sad or anything, but it was like an optimal piece. But I wanted to wait for Sunday because Sunday there was something I wanted more that was less expensive. Then I was like, yeah, I can spend less money and get something I want even more. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jason also says that a modern Jorge Jimenez really modern. I guess it just came out.
That's right.
He probably drew it 3 months ago. Superman Spider-Man cover, $52,000. What? Oh my God! I wonder
if the artist posted it himself. I wonder if that's what happened because it's so new, right? And it was 20. Yeah.
You mean you're wondering if maybe he's the one who consigned it directly? You mean?
Right.
I would think so. I would think so. Yeah.
He might have used if that's the case, he might have used his social media to promote it, and that might have gotten more eyeballs on it specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, and who knows nowadays? I mean, given that it's something that's very, very, it just came out, and it's because it's Marvel, DC, whatever. It's something that the comic book guys, the comic book guys speculate on or whatever. They love to do that. So there's a good chance that somebody paying $52K for something like that is one of the comic people. I mean, obviously I have no way of knowing. There's, it could have been one.
Is he the same guy that had the Batman #1 cover that just sold for like $150,000 or something? Or I don't remember the exact number.
No. You're thinking of Dan Quintana, I think.
No. There was a Batman #1 cover. I thought it was also Jorge Jimenez.
Oh, Batman #1. Okay.
And I think that's for maybe someone in the chat. You guys can tell us. I think it was over 100K. I don't remember the exact number. And it's the same guy because he was doing everything digital, and then he did a little bit traditional with the Batman, and that took off. So then he did the #2 cover traditional, so for maybe 50K, and then a bunch of some modern collectors are paying like big numbers for modern pieces, and I don't know like if it doesn't make any sense or if it does make sense because it's still one of a kind. Everything old is one of a kind. If the issue is gonna have demand, I don't know, right? Like whether there's no track record. That's the only problem is no track record for new pieces.
Yeah, I know that's true. That's true. And Rich says he clicked the like. He was number 23. There's about 31 of you at the moment, so maybe 8 of you have not done it. If you don't mind, just clicking the link where I'm pointing somewhere here. It's a thumbs up icon. I'd appreciate it. Everybody else who has done it already, I'd appreciate it. Sorry, Dan, what did you say?
No, I already did the thumbs up much earlier.
I appreciate that. And Lance is in the house, and he says, Dan the man and the great Rubén. Yeah!
Lance is a good dude. He doesn't leave a lot of comments, but he does have a great collection, you know. So
Yes, he's a nice fella. He's a nice fella. That's all that matters. That's the most important thing, you know. I like nice people. Rich Cirillo says, I may be in the minority, but I feel that some of the fanzine covers were better than the actual covers of the character books. Case in point, the Alpha Flight cover by that you have, you know. Yeah, that happens a lot of the times. Yeah.
I don't think my piece is better, but that's just, thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, but it's true. I mean, I remember back in the 80s when Amazing Heroes and Comics Interview were both coming out. I remember thinking, oh man, like many times I'd be like, oh wow, that would have made a great cover for the regular title, you know? So for sure, yeah, absolutely.
I think the fanzine ones are more pin-up-y kind of images as opposed to story covers for that period. Because during that period, the covers were more story images. And
yeah, exactly.
That's nice about the original covers, is that they were more of a story type as opposed to a pin-up type.
That's true. Very, very, yeah, a very good point for sure. Today, on today's comics, those 80s Amazing Heroes and Comics Interview covers would be perfect for a regular series, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, with that Alpha Flight, though, it was just an opportunity to get a Bird Alpha Flight, and it had the whole team. I had no choice. You know what I mean? Like, I had to give up a few things just to get that thing. So it was like an easy decision at that point when it came out.
Yeah. But you know, we always say, you know, sometimes to get something great, you've got to give up something great, right? Or a lot of stuff that you like. So.
Constantly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Peter is saying Duke's background heading on his calf rotated to a second image automatically. Cool. What's he talking about?
I didn't do it. So if it happened, then I didn't notice it. I think the new calf has a header that's automatically created, and I think it's created based on your most either liked or commented piece. And mine, when it started, was a Punisher piece. I don't know if it's changed. I do not know. I did not notice it. So I'll take a look at it, Peter, when I get back after this.
Yeah, I'll next time I go there, I'll have to see if I can notice what he's talking about. I'll have to go to your specific gallery. It may not be happening in everybody's, you know.
Maybe it happens in everybody. Yeah, just as an interesting thing, yesterday I got like a email. You know, email saying that I got a comment on the Alpha Flight piece. So I went to look, and there was no comment. And so then I went back to my email, and the email had a name of a person. And then I said, let me look up this gallery. I couldn't find the gallery. So I reached out to Bill, and I said, hey, Bill, what's going on? Sometimes people erase their comments, which is normal, because maybe they want to change something or change their mind. But I couldn't even find the gallery. And they told me, apparently, it was an attack on CAF, and he had to remove this gallery because this person was spamming on CAF.
Oh.
So, yeah. So he's working hard to keep CAF spam-free, I guess. So that was impressive. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Marcus is saying that you are currently hunting the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Which is with the image we have, he's right. It looks awesome. I love it. That's fantastic.
I didn't want to keep walking while I talk to you because I don't want to run into something.
No, that's okay. Corey and Marcus, because this was 4 minutes ago, they're talking about something at 90K. What was that? What we were talking? What sold for 90K?
Well, the Daredevil sold 91K, right? Or was that 83K? I don't know what sold 90K. So.
Which one?
No, actually, I don't know. I know that the Wolverine sold for 93K, and then the Daredevil was 80-something K. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't bid on anything that was 90K, so it's out of my budget. Sorry, guys.
Maybe the Jorge Jimenez Batman 1 cover they're talking about?
That's
it. Yeah. Yes. I remember that one. Yes, now I remember it.
Yeah, in Canadian dollars, it's over 100,000. So, yeah.
Well, don't talk Canadian dollars. Even I don't talk Canadian dollars.
I know. I'm just teasing you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that too. That was crazy. Like $90,000 for that Batman 1 cover. Yeah, so I bet you the same. It might even be the same guy who bought that Batman 1 cover. Who you know? Yeah,
there are people who are stocks and stuff. So those people have extra money. I don't have that. I wish I did.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, obviously, right? I think a lot of people would wish that. Shaggy Wong is in the house. What's up, Shaggy? And so I'm curious. So first of all, you said you had tracked about 50 or so lots.
Right.
Are you willing to share whether you won or not? Won anything?
Well, I may have won something today, but I will share it when I post it.
Oh no,
You know,
I'm not saying tell us what you won. I'm saying just
cool.
yes or no. Did you win something?
Yes, I did today. Yeah,
Okay, congrats.
cool.
Congrats. Yeah, yeah.
But mostly it's more tracking than winning. How's that?
More what?
More tracking than winning, or even bidding.
Oh,
In fact,
well,
sure.
well, more. It has to be more tracking than winning. Otherwise, I'd be like really impressed if you tracked 50 lots and won 55 of them. You know?
Well, okay. Like on a funny note, so for those of you who are watching, there was a C-Link auction earlier in the week, which is the not as good auction. You know, like the lesser choices item. You know what I mean? Not what is it called? Not focused. Yeah, focused, not featured. Okay, so C-Link had an auction earlier in the week. Okay, and about 2 weeks ago, I decided I should put some tracking bids in.
Okay.
And they all, one by one, would like I get emails. You have been outbid. You have been outbid. But apparently, I wasn't outbid on this one, and I won an auction at the bid that I put 2 weeks ago, and it was like $100 item. So I was like, okay, I guess I have this item coming to me now. So
for $100?
Yeah, just like just over $100. Yeah.
You always get good priced stuff at Comic Link. We always say it. I always certainly say it. That's the best place to buy stuff at. It's my favorite.
There was lots of stuff. There was like so. I'm trying not to get volume, and I wanted to track things. I didn't expect to win anything, so I figured a week out was safe. But my new rule is it has to be like first day or no more tracking bids, because I don't need to take a chance on tracking bids to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't like that. Ian, the Jewish dragon himself. Hi, Duke, and hi, everyone. No highs to me, of course. What's up, Ian? And now that you're here, hold on a second. Give me a sec, Dan. Now that you're here, Ian, I want to personally thank you, because I don't think you were here when I gave thanks to you for that video showing the David Mazzucchelli pronunciation. So I appreciate it. If you heard it, then whatever. Thank you again. That's all. But in case you didn't,
the way to make Rubén happy is teach him how to pronounce the name.
That's right.
Yeah, you love it. It's something a source of pride for you. I could tell from watching 4 years of your show.
Yes, I know. Marcus says that the pros took the same care on those prozines, doing the covers for the prozines and fanzines as they did on the regular series, which is why they often turned out so nice, So I agree with that for sure, Let's see what else people are saying. Why is he? Carlos Mo wants to know, why are you in the forest? He's hunting the Blair Witch, apparently.
There's no food available. I have to go look for food. I'm gonna be hunting rabbits.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Actually, I haven't gone for a walk for a while, and I want to go for a walk, and then I put you on in the background, and then I realized nobody else was coming on. I thought people would come on today.
It's a good. It's a good.
It's special. I thought Vivian was gonna join you.
No,
she's not your mother, but she's a mother, so I thought she was gonna join you.
No, I mean the thumbnail simply meant it's a Mother's Day edition, only in the sense that we're doing it on Mother's Day. That's all that meant. Yeah,
right.
No promises of any mothers appearing on camera were made.
Yeah, there's a word for that, but I can't think of what it is. Like something bait or something, clickbait.
A clickbait, or yeah, false advertising in the old days.
That's why we can't trust you with that anymore. Yeah.
Marcus says that you're going to star in your own survival series where you have to filter your pee for water.
Have you guys ever watched? Sorry, you remind me. Have you guys ever watched Blackadder? In one of the Blackadder seasons, I think the second season, there's a famous scene where, like, the queen is asking, "Where is Blackadder?" And he goes, "Well, if they're still alive, because they're lost at sea, if they're still alive, they must be at the pea drinking stage." And then you see them on the ship, and they're like passing giant mugs that go yellow liquid in it, going, "More pea?" And it's like it's stuck in my head. So if you guys are Blackadder fans, check that out. If you like pea, especially you, Marcus, because I know you're a pea guy. So. Yeah.
What's up, Juan Carlos? ¿Qué pasa? Good to see you, man. Oh, it's funny. You pea people. Oh boy. Peter says, oops, my mistake. Ninja swords in the illustration blinded me. And who are you talking to? Okay, you're talking to somebody else. All right there, Peter. Yeah, Jorge. Okay, they confirmed 90 grand. Batman, 90 grand. Hey, that was Mike Dellery in the house. What's happening, Mike? Jorge Jimenez. Okay, might run into a Bear Grylls up there, says Tom. What else? Let's see. Shagalicious. Jason says, for your information, Jorge Jimenez, trad art. I don't know what that is. Looks nothing like his traditional art. Looks nothing like his digital. Really? Can't express the same skill with just pen and ink. Interesting. I have not looked at them both to compare, so
but he can express dollars sold.
Huh?
He can express dollars sold with pen and ink much better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Duke. 2 wins in a week, says Peter.
Okay, thank you. I will take that with a great. Thanks, Peter.
Lee, congrats. He says, I won 1 auction at C-Link and 1 at Heritage Wednesday. Nice. 2 wins ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Unboxing video, Lee. Yeah, that's probably what Lee's gonna do. It's been a while for him. Let me see. Everybody's saying that you are making Bigfoot videos or tracking Bigfoot. Yeah. Let me see. What else do we have? Duke finds most of his dirty mags and original art in the woods, says Marcus. Who else would say that?
There are like coyotes in this area. And the other, like a few weeks ago, we saw like a mother and her children, walking on the path. And all of a sudden, we saw this giant dog, but we knew it wasn't a dog, running towards them. And right as it got to them, maybe about a foot away, it turned into the bush. So luckily, it didn't attack them. But there are coyotes in this area, so I'm not going to walk into that space behind me. I'm not walking in. I'm not going in there. If it wants to come out, it's got to come out here and get me in the light.
Yeah. No. Be safe, man. I don't want you to get mauled by a coyote or whatever,
Right.
And we're not talking about coyotes that'll help bring Duke over the border down into Mexico either, or down into the States. We're talking about a different kind of coyotes for sure.
Right.
Yes. Ian, the Jewish Dragon, says, you're welcome, Ruben. Thank you again. Hi to you and Vivian. Thank you. I gave you like number 24. I appreciate it and thought you'd prefer that. Okay, I appreciate that. I do. So 24. So there's still like 12 of you who haven't hit the thumbs up like button. Just do that. It's not difficult. 1 click.
Okay, so guys, if you're not doing the like, is it because you're not logged into YouTube? Because for many years I was not logged into YouTube, but I did not have a Google account. I could not leave a like even if I wanted to. I'd be like, I can't leave a like because I don't have an account. So
that's true. You did explain that. You did explain that last time. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think in most cases it's just laziness.
Most people don't have. Like I said, I don't know. If I'm my age. I've never had a YouTube account until maybe last year, like a login. I don't show any videos, but just for logging in for commenting because there's no point.
Steve Mussolino says, Duke Bleed, ready to break into the Lucas Museum in that outfit.
That's right. I'm only into high-end art now. Lucas Museum quality art.
MLB front office says, if I wasn't a hoarder, I would live in a van. What's up, Steve Mussolino, by the way? What's up? Scott's in the house. What's happening, Scott?
Can I correct him about the van thing? You can live in a van and keep your art in the house. I'll give you more room for the art, more room for hoarding.
Yeah. CJ wants to know, by the way, do you have a Bowie knife with you?
I do not. I don't even know what a Bowie knife is, but if I had one, I wouldn't admit to it on camera.
Oh well, it was nice. It was nice eating you, said the coyote.
Right? Bowie knife would be I think to get.
Rich is telling you to beware of the skinwalkers in that forest.
Okay.
And Lee says that he had a young coyote following him and Kesa, his wife, and the dog on the way to coffee this morning.
Oh, I figured I was off. But
coyotes are all over the place now. I don't know what's happening with that. And Rich says, Rich Cirillo says, I just avoid rats the size of coyotes in Manhattan. In the subway, I'm assuming. Oh, that's
just
funny.
the virus or whatever it is in New York, right? Not yet.
Yeah. MLB front office says Coyotes getting him on live stream would be awful for him, but great for Ruben's channel. That's true, I guess, but out of respect for my friend Dan, I wouldn't allow that to be seen. I would take that video down, yeah.
Maybe the view, like the camera would go to the ground and not showing you, hear some screaming, right? Some fighting noises, scratching noises, perhaps. I do not know.
Stanley's in the house. He just walked in and he's saying, "Is Duke looking for Gru?"
I'm always looking for Gru.
Always looking for Gru. I don't think Gru will be found in the forest.
That's right. I'm actually not always. Actually, hey, can I just share this? So I changed my. It's no longer Duke Lead, aka #1 Gru fan. I'm still a huge fan.
Yeah.
But that was like a marketing ploy by me to try to get people to offer me Gru art. I'm basically done with Gru art because I have too much now. So I'm not going to post everything because I think it's redundant to keep posting more of the same character. But essentially, I'm very happy with my collection of Gru art, and I don't need more. So that's why that's down, and I don't need any more Gru art unless it's a really early issue or something. Somebody has an early issue, talk to me. Otherwise, I don't really need to look at it.
Yeah, you got what you need.
Hey Ruben? So you missed out. There was a couple of Tom Grummett pieces today, near the end of the day, in the evening, around 7.
Oh yeah. So how did they do?
There was a Superman that it said it was a style guide, which didn't make sense. But 10 by 15. It was a nice illustration, and it went for I want to say close to 4K, 3.8K or 3.5K.
Oh, okay. That's that's pretty fair, I think.
Yeah, Doug Hazelwood did the inking. I think it looked nice. And then there was a Superboy, which it said was a partial image from something. It was the Superboy that you like.
Oh, I didn't like that one because it was just one element on a poster of like at least 3 or 4 other elements. Yeah, but how much did that go for?
I did not see, but I think I didn't stick around to watch it. To be honest with you, I want to say 2K and up, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
When I looked at it, it was like 1.7 or 1.8, but then I didn't see the closing price.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was and then I read the word element, and I'm like, I didn't know what it meant, but I didn't want to dig any further because I didn't care. I just thought, hey, maybe Ruben is bidding right now. I don't want to disturb him at home. So that's what I was thinking. That was 7 something. I don't know.
No. By the way, Rich says, here today, Gru tomorrow. And Frank Brockle, what's up? Frank's in the house.
I got to get off for a second. I apologize. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, that's kind of strange. Frank saying, I call bullshit, Ruben. If Dan was taken out by a coyote, you'd be asking us to hit the like button. Oh, you're wrong about that, Frank. You're wrong about that. Come on, man. Give me some credit. Come on. What does redundant mean? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. What does redundant mean? Now you know. Oy. Okay, let's see what Duke did. What did you do, man?
What did I do? I was answering a phone call. I'm on my phone, so that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
I didn't find no coyotes.
No coyotes yet? No peeing? Did you take a pee in the woods?
I did not. No, I did not mark my territory.
Okay. I don't know. You never know, right? And now Stanley he says he wants to see me lost in a forest. I don't know why.
You go for a walk. You can do your show live on the street.
From the forest and then put it up on my OnlyFans. I don't know, maybe.
Do you have an OnlyFans? We didn't know about this. Tell us more.
There's not much to tell. Marcus, he saw one of my thumbnails a few years ago. I was fully dressed except I was in bare feet, and he got all excited. He's like, bare feet, or he said feet. And I was like, wow, you seem pretty excited to see bare feet. And then he said I should open an OnlyFans. I was like, really? Okay, just to show feet. Interesting. Yeah. So I opened an OnlyFans, for all the people who get all hot and horny over feet, Hey, $39.99, Dan, a month. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Now I earn a whopping $39.99 because of Marcus's membership.
That makes sense.
Every month.
He just posted like an old sweatshirt. And he said it belonged to, the Stallone guy.
Oh, right.
I believe him. But it's like he said he wasn't going to wash it because he wanted the sweat from Stallone's nipples to stay on the sweatshirt, you know, so he could smell it or whatever it was. I have to respect that, right? Because I asked him if he was going to wear it, and he decided not. He said he wasn't going to wear it. If you bought a clothing that you could wear from a famous guy, would you not wear it? Why would you buy it? You can wear it. You go, see the shirt. This is the shirt that so and so wore on this movie, on the scene, and the specific scene, not the whole movie, but a specific scene where he was talking to somebody else about something. That's where he was wearing the shirt. And Marcus, we're all jealous of that. Because Stallone's the best.
Look, for all I know, he could have picked it up at the local Salvation Army and claimed it was from the movie, right?
No, but we don't think Marcus is a liar. We think he's an honest guy. So it had to be.
Yeah. No, but you know, he could have bought it from somebody who had picked it up from the Salvation Army and then put it into the auction, right? And with a nice printed up COA on his home computer, because you know how guaranteed, authentic those pieces of collectibles are, like memorabilia, when they come with an authentic COA, especially when it's printed on your home computer, you know?
I mean, well, they're definitely screen matched. So they match it. Somebody watches the video and then or the movie and they screen match it. They go, see this matches exactly.
Screen match.
Screen match, yes.
Yeah.
I can't. That's why if his was screen match, but they do that.
I've seen so many auctions for memorabilia that said, "Oh, screen matched," you know, and it's like, it's a movie that's in black and white. You can't see the item anywhere in the movie, like really, like closely enough to that where you can see the markings, the little markings, the scratches or whatever. Oh, but we said screen matched. Like, why? Because the guy or woman was carrying a bag that looked like it in the black and white movie. Like, so ridiculous, man. That's why I never liked that market, man. It's like,
what about props? There's props. They're pretty cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The prop market is what I'm talking about. Like, I think it's kind of like back in the day. It was established that, like, in sports card collecting, 90% of autographs were estimated to be fakes. You know, I've always felt similarly about, you know, the Hollywood prop type market. Like, I just don't believe that you can prove, like, most of that stuff. Like, maybe in modern movies, maybe really, really, like, modern day movies, it's easier to believe that you can get that stuff. It's not hard to get now because it's a whole market now, right? Like movie collectibles. But like the older stuff, the stuff from like the 80s and earlier, and the earlier you go, the harder it is for me to believe that, okay, that, and by the way, I'm not saying that it may not have been part of the movie production, but what I'm saying is, oftentimes for movies, what they do is they make multiples of the same items. And that's where I don't believe that these people can prove positively 100% that one showed up on screen, and that it's not just one that was one of 7 that were, you know, a few of them were used, some of them were not, you know what I mean? Like,
what if you had like 1 of 7 X-Wings or 1 of 7 Batmobiles? It'd still be pretty good.
How many Batmobiles were there, actually?
I have no idea. I'm just making it up. But people here know. My battery is running low, and so I just want to let you know I may cut out.
No. Say what you want to say and then leave so you don't cut out.
Okay, so I would like to say to everybody, if you think Rubén is a skeptic in general, leave a like below. Leave a like if you think he's a skeptic.
He's trying to fish you. He's trying to fish you into leaving me more likes. Oh, that's funny. That's a good way to do it, though. I appreciate that.
No, because I think you're like a skeptic in general. Like me and you, like, we agree on a lot of things, but you always have like the skeptic angle on things, right? And I think that's a Montreal thing. I can't prove it. Where people, right? I cannot prove that because I don't know enough people from Montreal, but I think so. Perhaps, or maybe it's a non-French Montrealer. Yeah.
By the way, Tom, I just want to make it clear. Tom is out there leaving me messages saying, "Oh, I screen matched probably 1,000 items, and props aren't the same. Most old items have a track record of ownership, blah, blah, blah." Listen, Tom, we know you're a collector of this stuff. Obviously, you're a believer. I get it. That doesn't mean I have to be a believer. That's all.
Tom, come on the channel now and fight Rubén over this topic. And because really,
Dan, I offered him. He told me years ago. Oh, I'm gonna. He told me he would come on the show like years ago, you know. And then recently, I even told him, look, if you want to do an all prop show, I'll do it. But he says he will, but you know, he always says he will, and then he doesn't, right? So I don't know. We'll see. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll get him to come on and do an all superhero prop show, you know, because that way is at least it's very, you know, comic booky and suits the channel better, you know. Marcus says, I tried to open up a new avenue for Tom to post his props, and he gatekeeps me, saying Rocky is a rando. Nice. And it's not true, obviously. He's making shit up as usual. Peter says that you are out in the open. It shows that you are not afraid of pterodactyls.
I don't know where. I'm not in the La Brea area, just so you know.
Let me see. Match of the century. No point. Ruben knows nothing about props. That's true. Keep my name out your mouth. Ruben actually believes all those Grummet pages I sold him weren't retouched by me. I wouldn't put it past you, actually, Marcus. You know, that's so funny. Oh, by the way, MLB front office says that Marvel fan needs his own weekly show. Seriously, you should probably think about doing your own channel for props. I mean, you're like
for the videos. He sells 4,000 videos in the store, right? What number was it? He mentioned 40 million different videos in the store. What did he say? Or last week, he had mentioned he has like some countless thousands of DVDs in the store, right? You should go through it and talk about them randomly. Here's a movie. Here's another movie. So I'm gonna start walking. It's gonna get dark, and they're gonna probably peter out here at some point.
All right, man.
That is all right.
I appreciate you taking the time. You gave us a good 45 minutes, man. So thank you so much. All right.
Hey, good night, guys. See ya.
Bye, man. Awesome, man. That was great. Wasn't that great having Dan here? Wow, man. And I'm telling you, you guys should, yeah, man, you have to experience this to know what I'm saying, to feel what I'm feeling. Like the muscles in my chest and in my throat, and all the time that Dan was here with me, like just relaxed. They went down and like they calmed down. It was just like, oh God, it was just such a relief. But yeah, but now I got to do double time because I'm alone, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna start bothering me again. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just wrap up this episode like earlier tonight. Maybe I'll try to manage until, let's say 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Make it a 2-hour quickie or whatever. Unless somebody else wants to. Is Jason Kim still with us? Hey, Jason, man, we haven't had you since we did our little show and tell. You should come join, man. Duke was just walking through someone's backyard. It might have been his backyard for all we know, you know? Don't know, don't care. Ask the X-Man Marcus. Yes, and of course, the good nights from Peter to Duke. And the thank you from Peter to Duke. Yes, sir. Considering it, says Tom. Don't consider it. Just do it. Let's just do it. There's nothing to even think about, man. We'll just do it. We'll have some fun together. And I want to hear the stories behind the pieces. You know what I mean? That's what's fun that's what's more fun for me. It's like the stories behind the items, you know? Yeah. Out of all the fans, he's the #1 guy. Yes, indeed. Marvel fan. Tom loves 2-hour quickies. He's letting everyone know, of course. Sounds like anxiety effects. No joke. Says Rich. If you got a rap, Ruben. Oh, my Lord. Rich says, Duke had a green screen. He was in his living room the whole time. He may have been, man. These days, you just never know. Maybe he was using AI or something, you know? MLB front office. I would, but 5 megabits per second. I'm like Brad Pitt in Moneyball. Keep all my money on the field to buy art. Nice. Are we still stuck at 24 likes, guys? We got 35, 36 of you here. Can you at least just hit the like? Just encourage me. Just give me some encouragement. It doesn't give me money. Down here somewhere. Down here. Just a little thumbs up looking thing. But appreciate that. Last week, I was honestly surprised. Like, I didn't think it was going to be a mind-blowing episode last week, right? Taking the Wayback Machine way back into the past, the 1971. But I did think it would still be kind of like an average, it would receive average numbers of views from the Rewind crowd, only to find out as of like minutes before tonight's episode started, I hadn't even hit 300 views. Like, that's one of the most pathetic turnouts ever. Like, ever. And one of the most pathetic probably in years. And I would have thought that, we talking about, reminiscing about like the old artists, getting to see what they looked like back in 1971 and stuff. I don't know, man. We had fun. Those of us who were here live, we always have fun, of course. But I really thought that there would be more people who would care on Rewind, at least check it out for like a few minutes, if nothing else, just to get a look at some of the photographs and stuff. I did break it up into chapters, right? And I even put a chapter for every artist, a creator, or comic book personality, if you will. And the kid have easily just clicked each chapter just to see the picture really quickly. But it's like nobody watched on Rewind, barely anybody. It was pretty sad. So, whatever. Yeah, Tom, it was a fun show. Like I said, all those of us who were here had a fun show, so had a fun time. Steve, thank you. Steve Mussolino says that he sees 32. We're up to 32. I thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Those of you who finally did so. We have 35 people here, so if there's a few of you who haven't done so, I would appreciate that. And truly, in all seriousness, it literally is for nothing other than encouragement. It doesn't do anything else. I mean, the more thumbs up to those of you who don't understand what it's really for, what it does is if there's a lot, like more than average on an episode, then there's a better chance that the algorithm on YouTube would put that episode in front of a few extra people, so that's it. It's not like it, it's not any big deal, but in the spirit of helping to grow this hobby, then yeah, it's always good if more people see content, that's about comics, comic art, that kind of stuff. So there you go. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. Yeah. Tom says 32. Tom sees 32 likes. And let's see. Enjoyed on Rewind, said Peter. Great. And he left me a comment. The only guy who left me a comment. Also very quiet on the comments on that episode. Great photos in history. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed it, especially for something that we put together. I guess I should say I put together literally last minute, like within hours before going live on Sunday. I was still like no idea what to do, and then suddenly I saw these pictures on a website, and I was like, oh shit. If I work really fast for the next few hours, I might be able to put something together related to, showing this stuff. And it worked out for the best. So I'm happy. I'm happy to know that. Stanley says he sees 36 likes. Okay. Well, what have you? If you haven't done so, please just hit the thumbs up, whatever the number is. Would appreciate it. What else is people? What are you guys talking about? Ruben isn't counting the thumbs down, the down thumbs. It's okay. You can down thumb me if you want. It still counts as an extra interaction. They don't cancel each other out. For those of you who hate me and think you're damaging me somehow by hitting thumbs down on my videos, all it does is help me slightly. It definitely doesn't hurt me. So let me see. Shocking. Steve says, I thought last week was a fun one. Nice. There you go, Steve. There you go. Thank you. And your politics rant has higher numbers? I don't remember, to be honest, Marcus. I don't remember what that. I think that one did well. Yeah, I think that one. I might be mistaken, I might be mistaking it for another video, but I could swear that one did at least 400. Yeah, whatever. Ultimately, I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, let me see. So Rich says 36 visible now that I refresh the page. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Steve says, anyone pay for the Lucas Museum founding membership? Wow, they're selling founding memberships. I broke down and I picked up the Alliance membership. Interesting. Never heard of it, man. Steve, I don't even know that is. I bet you a lot of people don't, Steve. Any more comic art roundtables? Probably not. When was the last time we did one, Stanley? Like 2 years ago or something? Yeah, I don't know. And okay, that's MLB talking to Corey with this little side convo. So what else is there to talk about, guys? I mean, again, in regards to either of the auctions, is there anything else that was worthy of mentioning that you think might be surprising, either on the downside or on the high side, from either the Comic Link or Heritage? Let me see. I'm waiting. Marcus says, I'm waiting for the Ewok level membership. Yeah, I don't know. Last round table was 9 months ago. Okay, well, long enough, as you can see, Stanley. Not many, and think about how few of them I've done in 4 years, right? Yeah, so. But I don't know. You know what? Maybe a 1.5 hour episode. Maybe that's what I should keep this to tonight. 1.5. That would be pretty awesome. I would be very happy to rest myself right now and call it an evening. For those of you listening, it went silent for a few seconds because I had to take a drink. Steve says that I was only really looking at that Adam Hughes Catwoman cover, but it was on illustration paper and it mentioned marker, so I stayed away. Yeah, marker is always scary for me anyways. I mean, for a lot of people. But then again, sometimes I'm shocked at the prices that like 80s art gets, 80s and 90s, even when it's really badly like faded or the color pigmentation has changed, you know. Some people don't care, like they're willing to like bid it up to crazy amounts. But I think those are exceptions, not rules, you know. I think most of us do kind of try to stay away, or at least don't pay as much as we otherwise would if the art were inked with, you know, India ink as opposed to marker, you know. And Stanley's correcting himself. The last episode of Comic Art Roundtable was actually 1 year and 9 months ago. There you go, Stanley. It emphasizes my point even more, actually. Rich says, I would have loved to get one of the Williamson Star Wars dailies. Right, I forgot about those. So what happened with those? What did they average? Rich? How much did they average in general? Or what was the range? What was the lowest one, and what was the highest price paid for those? Because I was curious about those. They're beautiful, man. So beautiful. Especially the ones at the earlier part of the auction. You know, obviously content-wise, the ones at the later part of the auction were fairly weak. Still beautifully illustrated, of course, but content-wise weak. But yeah, man, the ones that they, what was like a dozen or so earlier on, man, those were beautiful. So beautiful, so impressive. Dan's back. Is next week's show about Cal recap? Probably. That's kind of what I've been thinking of doing. So I figure I'm gonna do it. I can't imagine what else I would do. And especially if I participate as a seller, I'll be interested. And you know, people usually when we do the recap for the comic art live or whatever you CapCon, if you will, you know, a lot of people usually throw out their information in terms of, you know, what did they sell anything? Did they, you know, did they buy anything? Yeah, so probably next week. And Marcus says the long shot. So what long shot cover was it? Can you remind me? What it was? It a miniseries cover? What issue? Or just describe the cover. What was on it? Is it where he's jumping in a kind of karate kick pose? Was that it? 150 grand. That seems about what I would expect something like that to go for in this day and age. I'm not sure what you felt about it, Marcus. Did you feel it was a lot or low? Or Tom says so many of the prices were still strong on those Star Wars dailies. Will Cap do a heritage recap? They used to. Is that still a thing? I don't know. Caesar is back. Dinner was great. What did you miss? I guess about an hour or so's worth of talking. What if the new site glitches? Hey, by the way, speaking of new site, yeah, it's actually a good question, Marcus. Can any of you tell me, have you guys been experiencing speed issues with CAF? Like in the past week? Because I have. Like it's awful. It's just it's getting to the point where, you know, I got like 20 different people to leave comments for. And every single click I do, it's turning. You know what I mean? Like it's loading, trying to load. I got to wait like 10 seconds for anything to happen, for the page to change before I can even leave my like it's killing me. I can't take it, man. You know, we brought that up as one of the very few serious issues that the site has ever since the changeover, you know, CAF 2.0, whatever you want to call it. And I clearly had stated at the time that, you know, let's give it a little bit of time. They might be aware of it, and they're, you know, maybe in the process right then and there of trying to fix it. But how long has it been now since the changeover? 6 weeks, 8 weeks? And in my experience, it's off and on. It's not 24/7 every single day of the week. It is off and on, but that's the problem. It's like 50-50 odds that it'll be slow or it won't be slow, you know? So I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you guys are still experiencing slow processing times with CAF. The lowest was 52.50. Thanks, Rich. Okay. And let me see. Caesar says, I won a piece on Heritage today. Congrats. Nice. Very nice. And Corey says, never bought anything from Cal #1. What do you mean, but from Cal #1? Was the TPB cover? Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks, Steve. Right, the long shot Art Adams cover was the trade paperback cover. That's right. Mojo looms large in the background. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, still, yeah, long shot. I mean, those covers don't really come up. So the 6 issues, you know, don't come up. So yeah, I still say it's not shocking to me, given what, you know, he's in his you know, the connection of long shot with Art Adams, and Art Adams, you know, after long shot getting on X-Men, doing those annuals, specials, right? And that blew him up. And he'll forever be associated with that stuff, that material. Yeah. So that's why it doesn't surprise me at all. That's around, like I said, that's where I would have guessed, you know. Thank you, Shaggy. Yeah, the Mojo cover. And the highest Star Wars daily, thank you, Rich, 22,500. Yeah, man, that's a lot of money. A lot of moolah, but yeah, beautiful stuff. Really, really beautiful stuff. Oh, so Dan is telling us that the long shot cover was for long shot 6. Wasn't that a different cover, though? Marcus is also confirming that was the long shot 6 cover. Interesting. I don't remember, man. I can picture some of the covers in my head right now, but not all of them. It's kind of vague images, you know? Wow. Interesting. So MLB says, I took a look at CAF and I couldn't see any pictures. I had to update the internet browser and then it worked. Interesting. Yes, it tries to go into night mode first. Interesting. Oh, that's true. I know what you mean. Yeah. When I go to the site, the first thing I see is a quick flash that goes dark for a split second, like the dark flashes, and then the regular one comes on. And Tom is giving feedback about the calf, saying, yes, it happened to me a few times, Ruben, and a couple of times I had to refresh and start over. Okay. Rich says, I had a problem leaving a comment last night, but I thought it was an issue with my Wi-Fi. Okay. But if it's just a comment, if it's just one comment, that's not so bad, Rich. For me, it's like one day it's problematic, and the next day it's problematic. The day after that, it seems normal. The day after that, back to being problematic. You know what I mean? Or problematic off and on in the same session where the first 3 comments I try to leave, it's taking forever. But then all of a sudden, the next comment after that, oh, that one it took immediately. Everything I clicked worked. You know, fine. Like, I mean, whatever. It goes to show it's still, there's problems. Yeah, the responsivity issue, it's an issue right now. It's definitely an issue. So I don't know. Hopefully they're aware of it. And I'm curious, guys, when after that change, when they did that review of the changes on the Comic Art Fans YouTube channel, that Thursday night episode, when you guys were there live, did you mention, right? Were you giving that feedback that, hey, it's really slow, it's not responsive, you know? And if so, because I can't imagine you wouldn't have mentioned it. If so, what did Bill say? What was the response to the fact that you guys were saying it was slow? That's what I'm curious. And that's already been, like I said, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it's still happening. So, yeah. And let me see. So Dan says, the glitch I get is when I like a piece instead of the heart. Oh yeah, but that's another. There's many little glitches like that. I have tons of problems where I'm clicking the like and it won't take. It just doesn't take. So frustrating. It goes to a blank. All right, it goes to a blank page with a message that says some words. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like an error page or whatever. Yep. For me, sometimes it does that. Other times it just won't take it. You click it, you try, you wait a few seconds, nothing. Do it again, nothing. Other times it takes four attempts at clicking and then suddenly it takes it, you know. Yeah. So again, it's all about responsivity. We're talking about how responsive it is or isn't. That's what got a lot worse, the responsivity. Other than that, whatever. And a few little things like we mentioned a couple of months ago on the channel. Really small, minor issues in my opinion. This one though, it's a big deal because it affects on, you know, your desire to stay on the website or not. You know what I mean? And I don't think people would be happy to hear, people who enjoy receiving comments from their friends, I don't think they'd be, you know, happy to hear that, hey, some people are stopping leaving comments now because of the fact that they can't, because while they're there, the website's not responding, you know? So I don't know. Hopefully something's done about it. Let me see. The new generation wants glitchy websites. Has there ever been any good long shot stories that weren't Art Adams related? I can't imagine, but I don't know. I'm sure somebody will let you know, Caesar. Tom says that CAF has been doing odd things lately without specifying. CJ says today it's working fine. Of course, that intimates that it often isn't working fine for you. Tom says, when I'm listing a piece and hit load, it did this a few times and I had to do it over. Oh, God, yeah. That's frustrating too. Yeah, Mark is also confirming. Some days it just goes to an error page. Yeah. Carl, my friend, come join me, Carl. I miss you, Carl. Come join me. Help me save my throat, my chest and my throat muscles. I'm dying over here. Duke, Dan was here. He stood here for about 45 minutes. He joined me. You don't have to stay too long. Want to join me for a while? That's true. And thank you for reminding me by coming in that you and Newell, I didn't do your promos. So let me try to catch up real quick here, and then I'll do your promos. But come and join me, Carl. Those are more recent errors. Okay. Corey says, Ruben, what were those insanely detailed Batman pages Mike Perkins showed in IG? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any insanely detailed Batman pages that he showed. Without looking, the only thing I could imagine that he would have posted are pages from either Batman, the Batman First Night or the Batman Second Night, the Black Label miniseries, two different miniseries. I don't know. I didn't notice that post. Stanley says I may quit commenting. I'm telling you, if it keeps up, I may. I'm getting frustrated enough to where it's like, okay, stop wasting my time now. You know. I've been sticking it out and staying longer on the site than I have to just to leave all my friends' comments, but it's getting to the point where like I don't want to stay there if it keeps doing that, you know. So that's why I'm wondering what you guys you gave Bill some feedback, and if so, what did he say, man? Nobody's answering me about that. Let's see. Did I mention the price? I don't remember, or did you look it up? Okay, talking side convos. Hard to keep up with Jim Warden daily on comments. Hey, guys, speaking of comments, I forgot to ask you. It's already been a long time, but at the beginning of the year, when you guys watched that episode where you guys talk about, you know, the all those pieces, who got the best votes for all the categories in art for the 2025. Marcus, I never asked you. Did you break your own record for commenting from the previous year, 2024? I think it was when you did 23,000 comments. How many comments did you come through with in 2025? And did I happen to make the top 5 this year? I never asked you. I forgot all about that. I looked it up. Okay, Cap was down the other day. Really? I think the page said error 503. Wow. It's not good. Like I said, I hope they know about it. I have to assume they know about it. Oh, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was very happy with the price. Okay, side convos again. Shaggy saying, just having an issue with the mobile. So you're having, oh my God, you're having so even with the app, you're having trouble. If I hit back, the screen goes back, but then everything is kind of grayed out and and fails to take any input. I just close the app and restart. Oh my God, that's awful, man. That is awful. Did I watch Newell's show last week on CAF? I don't watch CAF shows, you know that. MLB, but you would do okay. So talking to Carl, side convo again. Marcus says, I don't like that they don't show the artist portfolio anymore. I don't know what that is. I'd like to look at it and figure out if the person is posting their own art for sale. Okay. Caesar is the only guy who seems to not have problems. He says, I haven't experienced any of these glitches. Wow, you're lucky. You must be like living next door to the server. New apps and sites will have growing pains. Maybe when the traffic is busy, depending on the time of day. Well, I can only tell you, speak for myself, Tom. My experiences happen late at night, like late at night. Which you would think that would be the slower traffic hour. So it's not just traffic that's suddenly causing the issues, for sure. Jason says, don't be a quitter, Ruben. Give the comments. So far, I have been. So far, I have been. Like I said, though, if this keeps up, I mean, I guess my patience will only run so long. And Peter says, part of the frustration is not knowing how redesigned glitches are being handled. Right. Also, CAF email address to report bugs would be useful. I guess that would be useful indeed, Peter. Good point. And what's happening, Jason? Jason, the Southern comic geek in the house. Marcus says, I have no idea. Many people delete their pieces and the comments are deleted from the count as well. Let's see. They did not say who was second or third. Really? Interesting. They usually do, you know? I mean, but you know what? Even Marcus, even though people will delete pieces, that's the rare piece. You know what I mean? For a guy who's leaving tens of thousands of comments, trust me, the amount of people that would delete a piece throughout the year, you know, I'm guessing would amount to no more than like dozens, you know, dozens. I mean, and even if it was hundreds, who cares, right? Like it would still be accurate enough to get how many thousands, because you're in the tens of thousands, you know. So that's why. But so you're saying he didn't give you the count? He didn't say how many comments were showing? No number was showing for you at all? That's kind of it's kind of weird. Caesar says, I did ride the short bus. He used to ride the short bus, everyone. Caesar. And if you've watched his yearly, his annual, traditional Christmas time unboxings on this channel, you know, you've listened to him and you've heard him and you've seen him, so you kind of understand where he's coming from. I find no need to post pictures of my art, but Peter keeps bullying me, so I checked out CAF. Will probably make a gallery one day. Don't just say probably. We're all going to start bullying you soon enough if you don't do it soon. So keep it up, Peter. Keep it up. Just do it already. All right, MLB. And when the short bus stopped being used, oh boy. Come on, MLB, post some goodies, buddy. Yeah. Hey, he collects down like me. He collects down. Nothing that would interest the majority of people. But you know what? Well, you know what's nice? People will still leave you comments because people who know you, like from this channel or any other channel, right? They've gotten to know you now. You're part of the LCC live chat crew, baby. So, you know, they'll see you start posting and they'll leave you, you know, to encourage you. They'll leave you comments, you know, whether they like the piece or care about the piece or not. So do it, man. Do it. Deleting pieces because they sell. Yeah, okay. I get it. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter. At your level, ain't going to be that many, you know. Marcus is over 100,000. Not in 1 year. Total, yeah. Market's doing well. And let me see. After the auctions this week, I feel the market is fine, says Tom. It's always in the 22 to 23. Oh, is it really? Okay. So you're consistent now. You're consistent. Okay. Thank you. And Shaggy, look at that, Shaggy. Well, thanking Marcus for leaving all those comments. Christmas isn't complete without Carlos's Caesar. Who the hell is Carlos? You better have done that on purpose, or Caesar's he's gonna crap on you now. Oh boy. I'm trying to leave many more comments now. Marcus inspires me. Yeah, you're finally starting to make an effort. It's a good thing, Tom. And MLB says, if anyone cared what I bought, they would have bought it instead of me. Oh, come on. And I'm excited for the Caesar Christmas show this year. Why? Why this year as opposed to any other year? See, look at that. Look at that, MLB. Even Corey admits it took him a couple of years before he started to post. There you go. And yeah, Marcus was so inspired, he started posting props lately. That's funny. MLB says, I bought a couple of Blue Line scan inks for $50 a piece. If you liked it, you don't have 60 or 70 bucks. I would have folded like a cheap lawn chair. Hey, listen, be happy, right? Be happy. You got, cool art at a cheap price. So let me see what else you guys are saying. Carlos is Caesar's code name. Is it really? Nope, he apologized. That's Caesar's eBay name. Is it? No. He's isn't he lethal? Aren't you lethal euphoria on eBay? Here's a guy who hasn't really used eBay in years, in like decades. Other than when I had to buy those 4 Giorgio action figures from Castle Freak, lately. And you know what? This is what I hate about eBay. Look at it. All these years, you know what's so funny, guys? So I was stuck, get this, I was stuck on 597 feedbacks on eBay feedbacks, right? I was stuck on 597 for years, okay? And then when I bought those 4 action figures, I thought to myself, "Oh, look at that! Oh my God! After all these years, I'm finally gonna crack the 600 level, And now, several weeks after I purchased those 4 different action figures from 4 different sellers, not a single one of those people left me feedback. Unbelievable. And I mean, again, just so you understand, I could give a flying fuck, right? Like eBay. Like I said, I barely use it, so I don't give a shit. But it's just so funny. All these years later, it's the same as it's same as it ever was. David Byrne from the Talking Heads, same as it ever was. It hasn't changed. People haven't gotten any better. The sellers can't be bothered, even though, by the way, one out of the four sellers, and by the way, I paid these people within a minute of making the purchase. Like I purchased and paid, right? Like immediately. Not only did they didn't bother to leave me feedback, one of them had the audacity, as soon as I bought it and he got the email notification, he sent me a message to say, "Hey, thanks a lot. Please remember to leave me a feedback." I'm like, what? Like, I just paid you. I just completed my half of the transaction immediately. Why the hell are you bothering to contact me to remind me that I should leave you feedback? So you know what I said? I respond to the guy and I'm like, in a very nice way, but I was like, I will happily leave you feedback. But given that I'm the one who completed my half of the transaction within a minute, you should be leaving me feedback immediately. And when I receive the action figure, I'll leave it back for you. And he nicely responded to that and said, "Oh, thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'll get my assistant on that right away." And here we are. Weeks later. He never left me the feedback. Like I said, I don't care. I don't mind. I'll leave it for sellers, but not unless you leave it to me first. So whatever. eBay sucks. So Marcus says his package count is low. It must be good art. Yeah, he's only got 5. Remember, he told us last week, Caesar did. He's only got up to 5 or 7 or something like that. Yeah. Stanley says, just check. Marcus had over 23. How can you check? We're allowed checking? How do you check? 23,000 comments, up about 2K from last year. How do you check that? Carlos Danger? That's from a movie, I think, right? Or a show. What was the box count last Christmas. Oh gosh, 17, or was that the year before? I think it was 17 last year. Caesar said it was just 5 or 6. Yeah, for the ones built up so far. Tom says I was Pooh Bear on eBay from 97 to 215. How come you don't watch calf, Ruben? Too dry? Nah, like I stopped watching years ago, and to be honest, I used to watch every show from start to finish, right? Like Marcus, right? And eventually I stopped. And listen, no offense, but like I'm so thrilled, you know, all these years later, I'm so thrilled to get my time back, because it was killing me. Like for even for a long time, while I was still watching every single second of every show, it was killing me night after night after night, having to be feeling like I had to be there. You know, I didn't like that feeling, and so yeah, I just and as it is, even now that I don't watch those shows, even now I still feel, because of my own channel, now that I have my own channel, just once a week, a lot of my free time goes to the channel, and so I still don't have as much free time as I'd like, to do fun stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hi, by the way, at TIFF hyphen X5X. Crazy name, man. See you later, Corey. Have a good one. And later's Corey. They are waiting for you to leave. I sold everything in the pandemic lockdown. You told us. Yeah. Caesar says last year's box count, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 17-ish. Yeah. And only 5 this year. Only 5. Yes, sir. We'll see. Might have to be a double type of show at the rate that Caesar's going. We do half an episode of Caesar's unboxing and half just shooting the shit. Waited for prices to come down, so only been really buying art again for about a year tops. Okay. And let me see. Got it. Ruben shows go for a long time, so it's conducive to long stories. 5 packages, 8 pieces of art total. Well, that's pretty cool. You got a couple of 3 of them that obviously have multiple pieces. Very nice. From letters, I'm sorry. That's what happens when I fall behind. So many scams on eBay. Sellers usually wait until buyer leaves the feedback. It's one of the only forms of leverage sellers have. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that, because the thing is, Carl, is that the sellers have been using that technique for decades. Even when I was still an eBay follower, they had already resorted to doing that, right? And then when I would take a chance, every now and then I would still take a chance, right? I'd be like, okay, I'll give him a shot. You know what I mean? I got good service, whatever. I'll give him a shot. I'd leave them the feedback, and then most of the time they would not return it. They can't be bothered. They don't care. Like, they're happy to get it, but they don't. Most of them don't seem to want to, give it back. So whatever. Like I said, I don't give a shit, frankly. Whatever, since I don't really use eBay for the most part. So, and then don't forget, don't think that I haven't noticed you stayed quiet when I was inviting you to join me in the studio, Carl. Rather than just tell me, no, I feel more comfortable staying in the chat today. That's why I'm calling you out in front of everybody. I figure I got to make you pay the price. MLB says, still only want to pay last decade's prices, and it doesn't buy as much as it did. That's for sure. Easy to check. Is it really, Tom? Like for the number one commenter, or like for how many people does it show? How many people can you search for? That's kind of weird. I don't. And how long has that been like an available thing for users? I don't remember that ever being a thing. Ruben was the first chatter on Dueling Dealers. That's true. The first commenter, I guess you could say. eBay needs a lot of cutting things out in search. Hero Initiative, Hemback, Ukraine. It has always been problematic for the whole search thing, doing searches on eBay. Rubén deleted the video explaining why. I deleted the video? I never deleted any video. I don't know what you're talking about, Tom. Maybe one day I would be lucky and get a rhyming comment. No, Shaggy, oh my God. All these years later, you think it's rhymes? They're song lyrics. I mean, his own lyrics. He's using the melody, and he changes some of the words to make it funny. You think they're like just... You actually think they're just rhyming comments. That's wild, Shaggy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's never here. Get Carl on. I tried. I invited him. He didn't want to. He's being lazy. And he's too shy to like say, oh, I don't want to be on, because he thinks it'll hurt my feelings, you know? That's the problem. Buyers are who you have to watch on eBay. Buyers are scammed mostly. Whatever. Like I said, I don't give a shit, you know? It's like, it is what it is. And like I said, I don't care. Give me the feedback or don't. I don't care. See, look at that, Carl. Ha, ha, ha. I'm being lazy, laying on the couch with my dog. It's been a long weekend. It's all right, man. It's all right. Dog good for views. You know I don't have feelings, Carl. Indeed. Indeed. That's right. Look at that. Stanley's a movie lover. Movie chat time, perhaps? Nah, man. I think, honestly, since Carl doesn't want to join, and my throat and chest muscles right here, from here to right there, they're feeling pretty strained right now, tired. So I think I'm gonna call it, everybody. So feel free to keep throwing out the stupid comments to try to get me to stay on. But I think this is probably a good time to go, and then we can see how a slightly more than only 2-hour episode, you know, how the rewind viewers react to a slightly more than 2-hour episode. That would be pretty good, you know. Feedback's been irrelevant for years. Listen, I've always said, Carl the Fun Killer, yeah. I've always said, actually, even back in the 90s, in the late 90s when I first joined, I always said, like, once you got a few dozen, I always felt like, get 20 or 30 feedbacks, all positive, and you're good to go. At that point, if you're selling artwork, original art, right, people are going to bid on it. That's you know, because the truth is, it's really only the 0 feedbacks. Obviously, those are the scariest for obvious reasons. You know, anybody below 10, it's scary. But honestly, once people reach like 20, 30, whatever, most people are not going to stay away from you when you're trying to sell original art. So I heard Sheep Detectives is good. What the hell is that? Buyers protected. Yeah. Sheep Detective does look fun. Have a restful night. Thank you, CJ. Scott, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's like Knives Out, Rack of Lambs. Yeah, all right. So good night, everybody. Have a good one. Oh, no, hold on. Please don't leave until I do. I didn't get a chance to do the promos for you guys. Yeah. And you're still, most of the crowd's still here. So happy to hear, Tiff, that Devil Wears Prada 2 was great. I enjoyed the first one, so I look forward to seeing it. And then I've caught up. So let me do the promos. And so we got 3. And let me see here. Oh, by the way, also, shout out to my newest subs, John Shaggy Rupus and some Anonymous. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. And so the first promo, for those of you who haven't seen it, all right, Carl did another issue of a video, another episode of Issues and Inks. And this one was about Free Comic Book Day, Jesse Lonergan books, and transformative original comic art. That's a tough one to figure out. So check it out. It's the usual really fun content. Always a pleasure to listen to. And I will put the direct link right there in the chat. All right. And then we've got Newell. If Newell, you still here? Newell just put out a video, and I did get to watch that one as well. Both fun videos. And you can even read my comment that I left them after I watched the video. It's called Who Remembers Superstar? And he's even doing this with the arms. So some of you around my age who were watching SNL back in the 90s, you might realize what I thought he was talking about. Read my comment. You'll see what I actually thought. So check that out, please. That is... again, it's an unboxing. Who doesn't love a good unboxing? So I'll put the direct link to that episode right here as well. All right. And then last but not least, I got to remind you guys that this Friday on the EXP, Nikki B's channel, right? The original art experience, Nick is going, I'm going to leave you a direct link. I have one. Nick is going to have, don't forget it's May, it's birthday time for Nikki. So he's going to have discounts to deep discount sale. A discount to deep discount sale. That's what he called it. That's what he told me. That's how we referred to it. All right. So make sure that you check it out at that direct link that I put there. And as always, it's this coming Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I mean, that's when the show goes live. Who knows if Nikki will even be there at 7 p.m. But try to show up. Support Amy and Jay, if nothing else. And 4 o'clock Pacific on the West Coast. So please do check that out. And this is what the show thumbnail is going to look like. Buy this art, everybody. Buy this art. So there's some idea of some of the pieces. The one in the middle is really interesting. I love that one. It's pretty eye-catching. So that's pretty cool. And let me see before I leave you all for the evening. Let me see. Anything else? Carpenter, Superstar, Smell My Fingers. Exactly. I remember her smelling her armpits. No. She put the hands under the armpits like this and then did this. Yeah. Good stuff. Stuart Imonen. Look at that. You're giving it away. Okay, I'm not going to say what we're talking about. Nick will give people free time to do CAF Live previews. And MLB says, I'm excited for the Matter Kennedy Experience Show. What? The Matt Kennedy Experience Show. Is he going to do a show? What Matt Kennedy Experience? Is that like a takeoff on the Jamie Kennedy Experience? Nice JJJ piece. Yeah. Gonna be weird with Anthony on Saturday. Might need to check that out. I saw the creature in the sky above Duke. Go get that JJJ page if you can then, Tom. Matt is going to end up doing the show this coming Friday? I would think he would. Oh, he might. Okay. It's funny that Nick didn't mention that, and he told me about this only a few hours before we went live tonight. That's kind of weird he wouldn't mention that, you know? Maybe he just didn't simply because he wasn't sure that Matt could do it or not, you know? Mothman got Dookie. No Perkins shows. Nest Friday. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for dropping in again. As always, I appreciate you. You know that so very much. Have a great week, everybody. Have a great time. And listen, if you're selling next week on CAF Live, otherwise known as CAFCon, please be willing to come and talk to us about how you did, like we did 6 months ago on the recap show. And good luck to those of you who are going to set up a booth. And also, of course, good luck to those of you who are going to be looking for art to buy. You know, thank you, Steve. Yeah, you know, cutting out early will certainly help. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Really. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in too, dude, and hanging out. Appreciate it. So sad. Don't be sad, Tom. Hey, always leave them wanting more. First rule of show business. Remember? Always leave them wanting more. Yeah, so see you all. Thanks for spending Sunday, Mother's Day with us. Thank you. And thank you, Dan, as well, for joining from the wilderness. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all of your wives, girlfriends, and mothers, and grandmothers, and great-grandmothers. And have a great week, Carl. Thank you. Thank you, Shaggy. Appreciate you. And MLB, be good. Thanks again for the emails. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. I know. Like I said, it's just getting harder and harder for me to do it by myself. So, but thank you, man. I appreciate you as always. You know that. And word to your mother. Word to your mother, Marcus. Thank you, man. Have a great week, everybody. And until we see you next week, we'll talk about CAF Live, CAFCon. Yeah. Have a great week, and we'll see you then. Go Blue!